Hello and welcome back to the MLB DFS slate breakdown for Friday, September 26th. I'm your host, Tyler Wiemann, and I'm going to be diving into the slate today. But before we get into it, come join us at LineStar. It is the best mobile platform for the DFS industry, your props, your general normal DFS. We got it all, your one-stop shop. You can find us on Android, on iOS, or on the website, which you will see here. One subscription for all platforms, all sports we cover, $39.99 per month. We got week 4 in the NFL coming up, and very soon it will be NBA season as well. Now let's dig into the slate. We generally do go over a review. I'm going to skip that today as I am filming late at night because I'm not going to be able to get the show done in the morning with a sick toddler here. So with doing it right now, I got to do it a little different. We don't have the ownership. I generally will go over high owned and then give a couple picks that I like, but we just don't have that ability today. So I'm going to be going through some of the higher value plays that we have and then some others that I like as well. Starting with the highest value option, Trevor McDonald. He is only 4K on DraftKings. Trevor McDonald faced the Dodgers in his first start in Major League. Goes 6 innings, 1 earned run, 3 Ks. He did well. He's been in the AAA level for a while. Not a ton we can say about him, but he's stretched fully out and he's in one of the best matchups there is. Colorado Rockies striking out a ton, 29%, low average, low ISO, low WOBA. At 4K, you could do worse than going to Trevor McDonald. He's likely to get quite a bit of ownership tomorrow. Next, we got Yu Darvish, 6.2K, 14-point projection. Now, I think this is going to be a tough one for you. Corbin Carroll absolutely dominates you, and you really hasn't been that great. 4.76 FIP over his last 20, 4.62 over the last 5. A ton of fly balls allowed. Meanwhile, the Diamondbacks haven't been hitting that well. Low WOBA, low ISO compared to their normal standards of 173 and 333, but they hit you pretty well, hitting 260 with 5 home runs, 216 ISO, and 137 plate attempts. Used cheap enough where I don't mind going to him, but I'm not going to have too much of him. On the other side of the ball, we got Zach Gallen. Now, this is an interesting one here. So he's 8.3K. We got a 17.57 point projection. But Gallen was supposed to throw today, I believe, or Wednesday. But his start it was today. His start got pushed back due to fatigue. And they went with somebody else today. So he's on 1 extra day of rest, but the fatigue aspect does scare me. Now, the other aspect is that the Padres have actually hit him very, very well. 147 plate attempts. They're hitting 288, 7 home runs, 235 ISO. This could be a much higher scoring game than most people think. Opponent splits. Padres hit well enough that I am absolutely fine going to them against Zach Gallen. And if he is high owned, then I'm really going to like the Padres in this spot. Kyle Hendricks, 5,700. He is the most frustrating pitcher in daily fantasy to me because he's a guy that just comes out, doesn't strike out many, gives up 3-4 earned runs, and then occasionally will have this 7-8 inning no earned run 6-7K outing. So you hate stacking against him, but then you hate using him as a pitcher as well. I can't go there. I don't mind it if you want to do a little bit, but simply put, Houston's too good of an offense. 325 WOBA, 180 ISO. They surely will probably end up being one of the higher owned stacks, and I don't love that either. It's Kyle Hendricks on the bump. I tend to kind of just stay away from the whole situation. The one aspect that makes me want to come back is the Angels bullpen is absolutely horrendous. Now, let's get into some other pivots here or other ways to go. Quinn Prester, 8,500, 5-star alert score. He's in an absolutely great spot for Cincinnati, who strikes out 22%. They have a low WOBA, low ISO, and Prester has been dealing. 2.94 FIP over his last 5 with a 24% K rate over the last 20, 3.75 and 22% K rate. StatCast data is great. The splits are solid. Reds striking out a lot. BVP is solid. Combined K rate 24.8 at 8,500. I'm here for it. I like Prester quite a bit. Then Emmett Shaheen, 2.19 FIP over his last 5 with a 36% K rate. Dude has been absolutely dealing. Now it's a very tough spot for Seattle, and he's allowing a lot of fly balls, but I'm here for it. There's also the possibility that Seattle doesn't throw out all of their best hitters today. So it'll be interesting to see how that lineup comes out. But 29.5% combined K rate is wild at 8.4K. The ceiling is enough for me to take some shots. I mean, the fact that he's been 30 plus in 3 of the last 5, it's definitely an interesting spot to go. Next, we got to talk about Trevor Rogers. He's going to come low owned. A lot of places won't project him very well, which has been happening. He continually is just being under projected. He's 9.6K. We got an 18-point projection. He has a 3-star alert score. He's against the Yankees, which you don't love, but what did he do last week against them? 6 innings, no earned runs, 7 Ks. This man has had an incredible run since May when he got healthy. 2.71 FIP over his last 20, 5.2 over the last 5, 27% K rate over the short term, 23% over the longer term. StatCast data is great. Splits are even good. Yankees haven't been hitting lefties. 234 average, 216 ISO. So you always got to worry about that Yankee power, but also striking out at 27%. I'm here for it. I'm fine. Go to some Trevor Rogers. Absolutely. One of the guys that's not popping up right now because it's not confirmed he's going to start in the Seattle game. It could be George Kirby, who obviously would probably be the best pitcher on this slate if he starts. So check the date on him tomorrow if he becomes the guy they're throwing out there. All right, Slade Cicione, another guy that's been dealing as of late. 3.59 FIP over his last 5, 4.77 over the last 20. StatCast data is rough though. 41% hard contact lately. Don't love that aspect, but splits are in his favor, and he's been dealing. Cleveland has also been very hot. He just went 7 innings, 0 earned runs, 8 Ks. 2 games before that, 8 innings, 0 earned runs, 3 Ks. I'm interested in Slade. And then last but not least, I want to talk about Joey Wentz at 6K. This man has a 3.92 FIP over his last 20 and a 3.45 or 46 FIP over the last 5 with a 26% K rate. StatCast data is not the prettiest thing in the world. 41% fly balls is a little bit high, but the splits, Pittsburgh's been awful. They're already on vacation. They're ready for Cancun. And Joey Wentz has been playing pretty good. I think you can do worse. Joey Wentz is playing for a job next year. And since he's been with Atlanta, he's done pretty decent. So he might get another crack somewhere else. So congrats to you, Joey Wentz. Now let's get over to FanDuel, see what we got here. Gallon, Prester are the two with the highest value, and the only other one I would throw in there would be Trevor Rogers. Those 3 would be my favorite. Emmett Shaheen also, but just a little worried that this game goes a little weird. Both these guys are clinched. They're both the teams. Dodgers got the division. Mariners got the division. There's not a whole lot to play for these 2 teams this weekend. So that's my one worry there, but I do like Shaheen. And now let's get over to view some stacks before we can round this out. So high owned. Oh, well, we can't do our high owned stacks today. High projected Dodgers versus who knows. If it's George Kirby, I don't love it. If it is somebody else, I would expect it's not Logan Gilbert. They might be saving Kirby for the playoffs. Won't be Brian Wu. If it's one of the lesser guys, it's the Dodgers. I'm fine going there. But we got to pay attention to lineups. It's the last 3 games of the season. Mets versus Alcantara. I do like the spot. I don't mind trying to pick on some Alcantara. He has a FIP of 3.97 over the last 5, 3.87 over the last 20. The splits are in the Mets' favor. Mets need a win. It is pretty much playoff baseball for the Mets already. Our high value action, we got Texas versus Slade Cicioni. Do we see the 4.77 FIP Slade or the 3.59 FIP Slade? That's really where it comes down to it, but the splits are not great for Texas. I don't mind having a little bit, but I'm not going to go too hard on them. High ceiling action, we got Seattle, and our high leverage action we don't have yet because we do not have ownership, but implied total wise, Houston at 4.9 versus Hendricks. They're going to end up being high owned. For me, I'm probably going away. Houston hasn't been hitting that well lately, and Hendricks is just pesky. San Francisco versus Marquez. Absolutely love it. One of my favorite stacks. Several hitters there that I really like today. Atlanta versus Mitch Keller. Love the spot for them. Milwaukee versus Lytle. Don't mind it. Toronto at 4.5, Boston at 4.4, Mets at 4.4, Yankees 4.3. Don't mind some Angels at 4.1. Padres at 4 are interesting, but these teams that have already clinched playoffs and don't have much to play for, you really need to watch out for what their lineups look like because they could look much, much worse than they normally do. So that's going to do it for us today, guys. I hope you all have a good one. Good luck in your DFS contest tomorrow. I'll see you in our LineStar chat all day tomorrow. You all have a good one. Let's make some money. Happy Friday.